Browns Nation full attention right now. The atmosphere in Cleveland has completely exploded after the last game, and it's no exaggeration to say we're facing the tensest moment of the Kevin Stefanski era. Something big is happening, and it could completely reshape the future of the franchise before the next kickoff even arrives. But before we dive into this story that's turning the NFL upside down, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because here you get daily, straightforward Cleveland Browns content. Now, let's get straight to what matters. In the last few days, the front office environment has turned into a whirlwind of doubt, urgent evaluations, and meetings that, according to insiders, went past midnight. The spark that set off this chaos? The devastating loss to the New York Jets, a game that should have been just another obstacle, but ended up exposing problems that had been growing week after week. And the question echoing through Cleveland, from the fan base to the internal hallways of the franchise, is just one. Has Kevin Stefanski's time run out? The truth is, this wasn't a normal loss. The team didn't just lose, it was dominated. Beaten tactically, emotionally, and in execution. Stefanski's decisions during the game were heavily criticized. Predictable play calling, a lack of adjustments, and a general feeling that the team had no plan B once things started falling apart. And this is especially concerning because the Browns entered the season with huge expectations. With a roster loaded with talent, Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, Myles Garrett, it looked like we would finally have a consistent march toward the playoffs. The defense had been holding things together, but the offense kept swinging wildly. And against the Jets, that inconsistency became a free-fall. The impact of this loss was so severe that insiders began claiming Stefanski could be fired immediately if leadership believed the situation had spiraled out of control. But how did we get here? To understand, we need to look at the full context. We're talking about a coach who arrived in 2020 and brought identity, discipline, and an offensive system that restored hope to the fan base. Stefanski helped develop players, brought stability, and even broke the playoff curse in 2021. But the NFL is cruel, and short-term memory is the norm. With the massive investment in Deshaun Watson and a roster built to win now, patience has disappeared. The offense, which was supposed to be Stefanski's specialty, became inconsistent. Injuries, questionable decisions, and sudden drops in performance caused the team to lose its rhythm. And in the NFL, when the offense stalls, the offensive-minded head coach takes the blame first. Meanwhile, Myles Garrett continues to be an absolute force on defense, but even the defense has shown cracks, especially against more dynamic offenses. The game against the Jets exposed structural issues, and that set off alarm bells at the top of the organization. And now comes the most delicate part. There are two clear factions within the Browns' leadership. One, the first pushes for an immediate coaching change. They want to shock the roster, restructure leadership now, and try to salvage the season before it's too late. For this group, Stefanski has reached his limit. Two, the second urges patience. They believe that firing him mid-season could do more harm than good. They argue that Stefanski has proven he can coach, that this crisis might be temporary, and that stability is essential. And while these two forces collide, Stefanski is walking on a razor's edge. The players feel the pressure. Deshaun Watson, for example, still hasn't delivered the level he was brought in for, and the uncertainty about leadership only adds more weight to his shoulders. Chubb remains the heart of the offense, but even he depends on the scheme and Stefanski's decisions to produce. The truth is that the next games will be decisive. The schedule is brutal. Every loss magnifies the outside noise, every mistake becomes fuel for critics, and every questionable call could be the last. And of course, the fan base, always passionate, always present, is also divided. Social media exploded. One side is demanding Stefanski's immediate removal. The other is calling for patience and remembering the positive moments he brought. It's the classic scenario of a franchise facing an identity crisis. But in the end, what really matters is this. What is the best path for the Cleveland Browns right now? A change could reignite the team, or break what still works. Keeping Stefanski could stabilize things, or simply delay the inevitable. And while all this unfolds, the clock keeps ticking. Get ready, because the next few days will be intense. Decision-makers are meeting and evaluating every detail. Any leak, any statement, any movement could signal the outcome of this unfolding story. Browns Nation, now I want to hear from you. Should Stefanski be fired immediately, or does he deserve a chance to turn things around? Leave your opinion in the comments. It matters a lot. Stay tuned, because as soon as any update drops, I'll bring it to you right away. One thing is certain, in the NFL, nothing is permanent. Crisis can turn into redemption or revolution. Let's follow this dramatic chapter in Cleveland together.